Yep, well over on the left-hand side, and what do you think, Alex? We can't really see from here whether he's got the same club or not.
Well, I hope my prediction is right that he'd go for a driver, but then, he had a game plan. He stuck to it. He nearly got a 3. It looks a bit like the driver to me this time. That's what I would have done if I'd been fortunate enough to be in this position. Try and let it slide a little from the bunkers, a little left to right to take it into the heart of the. It was definitely his driver. It was almost the first shot where he settled back, and that's a mighty drive. You see, that's taking the slope of the fairway and it's swinging it away towards the right side, and that is the most beautiful tee shot. For a man who played so cavalier in his golf right up to the 18th where he played the 3-wood, I was really surprised that he did that. However, he did almost get the 3. And Nick is not taking his driver. Nick is staying with the same plan. He hit the metal 3-wood first time round, and he hit it quite beautifully. So why change? And if he hits it nicely, you probably have the second shot first, which is not a bad thing. A beautiful scene coming out under the old aqueduct of the sugar mill. Same composure. It's been with him for the entire week. I don't think we've seen more than 2 mishits. One was at the 14th. It was a swing of 2 shots that took Norman into the lead. And there he is, just level with the bunker, perfectly placed.
Right, Faldo second at the first playoff hole, the Johnnie Walker World Championship.
Pretty good.
Well, he's about as far short as he was past the last time, so somewhere in between those 2 clubs was what was needed.
You see here, Peter, the advantage of Norman putting the 3-wood away and taking the driver. He went back to the form that's got him round this golf course, an incredible 63, and he's boomed it something like 30 to 40 yards, I would think, past where Nick's 3-wood went. And so now advantage definitely with the Australian. This can only be a pitching wedge, at most a 9-iron. Got to be a little careful. The amount of backspin he applies. Oh my goodness. He was pitching it past the pin to make sure he was right up there, and he's gone into the Bermuda grass, this fluffy, horrible stuff. I think advantage is now swung definitely the other way.
Well, it has settled down. The only good thing, Alex, I think, from this, but this is a very quick chip back, so it's one of those silly situations where if he really plays it crisply and boldly, he could go 8 or 10 feet past. If, on the other hand, he almost fluffs it, he could put it stone dead. It's, as you say, a very awkward shot. Oh, Faldo gets over, having given it a good look, putting first at this first playoff hole. This for a 3. Good, but on the high side, but that's a neatly done. It didn't come down as much as he thought. Nothing, I think he said there, but it didn't swing as much as he thought. But at least he's got his 4. Now just look at that. Now you can get all that stuff between the ball and the blade, and it could just go a foot, or it can go past, or it can go close. We look to play that nicely, but it's gone. He just got it a bit sharp. Well. It was an extraordinarily difficult little shot, considering he was so close to the flag, no more than 7 yards maybe. He just played it too boldly. If he'd stubbed the club behind the ball and half left, he'd just got that to the edge of the green, it would probably have rolled down stone dead. Well, Alex, what do you think? Is he going to do it?
Well, I tell you, Peter, this is so difficult for him because he had a putt to win the title, to win the championship from 3 or 4 feet. It should have broken left to right, and you saw it turn up the slope. Nick Faldo, here's Nick, he had a putt there for a 3. He allowed 7 or 8 inches. It got towards the hole and started turning uphill. Now, Greg Norman saw both of those. I just don't know which line he'll set his mind upon.
Well, the one good thing is that it's a do-or-die putt, so he's cleared his mind of any thoughts of where this is going to end up, so he has to hold the next one. He's got to put this in. And it must surely be just up the left side, mustn't it? It must be. I mean, you could never make yourself putt it anywhere, but certainly at the left edge of the hole. But maybe there's a little ridge through the middle of this green. Here he goes. This to keep the match going. Oh, and it stayed down the side, and, well, a bit of an anticlimax at the end of the day, but certainly a splendid victory for Faldo, who's played the golf of the week. Norman has played the round of the championship, and that exhausted Faldo totters away, and it is, well, my God, what a way to make a living.
Faldo takes the title then, but Greg Norman takes no end of credit from an amazing competition. Course record 63 for Norman. Davis Love and Tom Kite share third. Very good championship for Ian Woosnam. And Mark Roe has had 4 days to be proud of, finishing 5 over and beating the defending champion by 2 shots. But Norman, after producing one of the rounds of the season, was gracious in defeat.
Well, the end result's not what I wanted, Steve, but I played really well today. I didn't make any mistakes. See, I know I bogeyed the first playoff hole, but I really felt like I didn't make any mistakes out there today. You know, I left a couple of little putts on the table in the front 9, especially, that I could have made, and, you know, the one in the 72nd hole, but... you know, I played really well. I knew what I had to do. Unfortunately, I didn't finish it off. It's going to be a little bit hard to swallow, but I know I'm back. I know I'm back with a lot of confidence to shoot 63 around here under the conditions on the last day to get in the chance of doing it. I hold a lot of credit to that, and I've worked hard again, Steve. I've dedicated myself again to get myself back into the world limelight again. I enjoy it, like here on 18 and the playoff. I love the thrill of that, and that's what I miss the most, of being away for a couple of years.
It's a great season when you've got back to winning, and we're delighted to see that. And today isn't going to do any great damage, is it?
I don't think so, Steve. I mean, you know, I would like to have won, of course. You know, and I think the victory means more than the money. I mean, people are probably going to be thinking, well, you know, he lost all this money, but it doesn't. To me, it's the thrill of getting back into the competition. And I had a great day with Nick. I got to say that we both played exceptionally good golf. We both complimented each other, which is what it's all about. You know, we had a lot of fun, and you know, him birdieing the last hole, you got to give him credit for that to force the playoff. So all in all, I think it's been great for golf, and I'm very happy, even though I didn't win.
Nick Faldo, you've given us another exciting Sunday afternoon to set the nerves jangling. Half an hour or so ago, did you really anticipate you get your hands on this trophy?
Well, you know, the old powers of positive thinking, you know, they've been very good this week, you know, and I kept saying to myself, I'm going to win. So, you know, I just kept plugging away, because even I felt very good about, you know, Greg played very well, obviously. He shot 63, and he could have shot a lot better. You know, I have a 5-shot lead, but I played really well, could have shot better, and, you know, he caught me, and that's what made the drama out of it. And then the last few holes, I played very well, hit a lot of good shots, you know, all over the stick, and I was mucking around with the putter, and then finally came to the last and thought, okay, let's forget theory and give it a bash, because he was so close. I thought, well, it's all over, really. And then so one last chance, bang, in it goes, and, you know, he opens the door and gives me a second look at it.
There was one bad hole for you, the 14th, where he overhauled you.
Yeah.
Chances came and went at 16 and 17. Yeah. Was it hard to maintain the positive thinking at that time?
Not really, no. I felt really good. I mean, it was a weird way. I've only hit one bad shot in 2 days. I mean, that drive on you know, I stuck it in the hay. It was the only time I've been in the hay all week. So, yeah, my play, I've been really pleased with the way I played, and yeah, what more can I ask?
You must have got the feeling, from the point of view of the audience that are watching worldwide, that you were sharing in one of the great afternoons, one of the great climaxes to a championship this afternoon.
Yeah, well, that's what they wanted. You know, I get paid time and a half for drama. Yeah, typical Johnnie Walker says to me, "Oh, just make it a bit more interesting tomorrow." And I said, "Yeah, thanks a bunch." And so, you know, being the sort of kind, considerate chap I am, I did, you know. I aged about another 10 years in the process.
You got a bit of time off now over Christmas. How will you sit back and reflect, not only on this, but the great year you've had?
Well, yeah, it's been very good. I mean, I'm pleased. Obviously, I've done a lot of work on my game. I've learned so much, is what I keep saying. And that's what I'm so pleased with. That I'm now going to have a rest. You know, I can work physically and mentally for a month, and then I'll start practicing again through whatever February and early March, and get ready, obviously, for Augusta and all that. So
start the year as world #1 and world champion.
I say hi, Mummy Bear. Mum's back at home, so
she'll be pacing around, I'm sure, at the moment.
She'll be very little smile, I hope.
Exciting afternoon and well played.
All right, thanks a lot.
With scores of 71, 70, 65 and 68, total of 274, 6 under par. He wins a cheque for $550,000. The 1992 Johnnie Walker World Champion and the world's #1, Nick Faldo.
One of the most extraordinary afternoons golf in a season that's produced no end of outstanding competition. The events of the last couple of hours here in Jamaica will undoubtedly live in the memory and establish the Johnnie Walker World Championship as the fitting climax to the world season. Nick Faldo is the world champion thanks to the perfect golf game and positive thought.